it possible to grow Irish potatoes for harvest in the middle of winter? It's now February. Come with me. Right. It's middle of July and I haven't planted a lot of plants, and one thing I swore I would do this year was to make potato towers. So here I am with my sheep wire. I've done 2. I'm now going to put the third one together. I'm going to use cable ties and let's get this party going. And for those of you who think, oh, you can't plant potatoes in July, yes you can, because when I was little my mum threw some potatoes out on the scrap heap and more or less forgot about them, and it was August. And by Christmas she said, oh, let's go outside and see if we can get some of those potatoes I threw out some time ago. And you know what? We had new potatoes that Christmas and they were absolutely lovely. And for those of you who say, oh, you live in a country where there's no frost and blah, 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 this was in Sweden. So eat that up and now make potatoes. The first thing to do is to build a little nest in the bottom of each tower. Build the straw up on the walls as well as the bottom. I need a little bit more on the bottom on this one. Yep, there you can see it's a little bit of a nest, and there's my doggy. There's a more pretty nest than this one. And the same thing on the third one. Right. So, this is a seed potato. It's got these roots growing out of it. In Swedish we call them eyes. I have got no idea what they're called in English, but they're sprouts sticking out, and you can divide this potato into a lot of bits to put in here, because then you get more seed potatoes if you haven't got all that many. The only rule is you have to have an eye on each part you put in. So I'm going to divide these up as best I can. That. I'm going to do the rest and I'll show you in a minute. I've now put my seed potatoes along the outer edge of my nest. I've done the same thing on all 3 towers. And now I'm going to fill up with some more compost and then make a new nest, and continue doing that until I've filled my towers. let's put another layer in. Ta-da! I've filled my potato towers. So what have I learned? I've learned that you need an awful lot more compost and straw than I ever thought was possible. I could have put another layer of compost and another layer of straw on top of this and still be within my framework, but haven't got any more at the moment, so leave them as it is. And I'm gonna mend a few patches. There are a few patches where you can see the compost. I'm going to put a bit of straw outside of that, and not sure what to do next other than wait for it to sprout, wait for it to come. Of course I would have needed to water these as well, but since I live in God's country and God likes to be helpful, I'm expecting a good rainfall this afternoon. And if there is, oh my God, that was a pretty one. Sorry, there's a grasshopper and it's really green and it's beautiful. I wish you could see it. I really love doing these, and if I had more compost and more straw, I would definitely do a bit more. But if now it's just waiting and see if my potato towers will give me what I need to eat this winter. To see if I get potatoes. Really can't wait. It's now been months and months since I made these potato towers. Let's see if I succeeded to make Irish potatoes for the middle of winter. It's now February. Let's see how it works. There's potatoes all right. Look at these ones. Beautiful. Now it's just about cooking them.